way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 4 down. 4 down.
There we go. Wide eight.
58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike.
They'll give to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other. But on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Strong right. Strong right.
Here we go.
Hey, 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 hey. 4 down. 4 down. 4 down.
The play clock's running down. Throwing. Prescott. Looking right side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. It's a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Third down now following the completed pass.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down. 58's Mike. 58's Mike.
Prescott from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And his throw here's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Blitz again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same. Right, the coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Here we go.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Prescott. The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Man left, man left. Hey, we got 4 down.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They come out here in the I. 3rd and goal now. The defense looking to... And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Easy. Go.
Waiting. Liz.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And an update from up in Washington. And now the Redskins, they've opened up a 2-touchdown lead there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
There we go. Back. 120.
3 down. Hey, check.
Kill.
3 down. Check.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Ertz has it left side. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. An Eagle 1st down, Wentz to Ertz. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down.
Go. Waiting.
Watch 89.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Single, 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 single. Hey, 86.
Here we go.
Sneaky
120.
guys. Watch out for 86.
So don't say nothing.
Wins to throw on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Coleman was the intended target. Third down here.
Had an open man that time. We ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move. Hey, we got 3 down.
Here we go. 180.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. David Irving, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Shane Leckler now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Back live with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. Here's Shane Leckler now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17, and he'll be knocked down sideways. A big kick, 50 yards that time, with a return of 4. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Double tight. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
180.
Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Two tights.
Here we go. 180.
58's the mic.
Here we go. Going to 54. 180.
Prescott now on second down. Flush to his right. Looking downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Des Bryant, 76 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And that one needed a little time to develop because he started lined up out wide left. He caught that on the right side of the field.
And you're exactly right about the time, because that's not going to be a quick developing pattern, but also great sight lines for the guy throwing the ball to see a receiver cross his face and his sight line from one side of the field to the other. That usually attracts your attention. If you think he's open, you go ahead and deliver it, as we just saw there.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Hey.
Go.
4 down.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Tight end left. 4 down.
120.
Tight.
Wentz will try again on second down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Go,
Go. You 80.
You got 4.
To throw is Wentz. He's got Sanu. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Here we go.
4 down.
20.
Check. 4 down.
They go play action here on first down. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And he is knocked down from the side, near the 48-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey,
Ram.
I've got 4.
Tyson.
Here
we go. Back man.
He's checking.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Wentz now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
I got 86.
Go.
Check, butt set.
Again, it's Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
I got 11. He's mine.
Here we go. Back man. Porky. 82. Porky.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Tight dog.
Wentz to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield.
Hey, here we go. Going to 50.
Check.
25. Check 25.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, Elliott. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
54, wide in. Here we go, wide in. We're going to 54, wide in. Here we go, kill.
Check the backer.
Here we go, wide in.
Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Man left. Everyone's got 4 down.
Here we go. Waiting.
Hey, Mike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Double tight. 4 down.
Kill. Here we go. 120.
Check 26.
Here we go. 82, 40.
Kick the edge. Go.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Here we go. 180.
Hey. 4 down.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. David Irving in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Go. 120. Sunday.
Watch the ball.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end
We're going
left.
to 53. Hey, we go wide eight.
We got four.
Check.
10 carry now for Elliott. A nice little juke. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Let's get it.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Watch that in. Tight end's right.
Then we're going to 53. Here we go. Wide eight.
Four down.
Wide eight.
Four down.
There goes Elliott again. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Now, what's the call here? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Go.
Hey.
Blue 80.
Hey, we got four.
Hey, kill.
Four down.
Kill. There we go. Back match. Blue 80.
No.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
I got tricked this side. We got three.
Here we go. Blue 80.
I got a left.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Eagles on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Wentz. On the screen, this is Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Shane Leckler now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Here's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Play action. Now Wentz. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
On first down, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Just 1 yard to go here on second down.
Watch tight end. Hey, boys, we got four down.
Here we go, back man. 120.
Here we go, 50. Mike 50.
Liz. Hey, Ford, Tokyo. Here we go. 120.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Four down.
180.
58, boys, 58, it's Mike.
This is Elliott. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Bunch. Gotta get the point. Get on the point right here.
Here we go. 180.
82 is mine. I got it.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Going right side. He has Witten. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Hey. Four down.
Here we go, going to 54. Here we go, going to 54. Going to 54. 180.
They'll run with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. There's more where I came from. Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
Here we go.
Four down.
Showing it.
A second down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Double tight.
Here we go.
We got four.
Now Elliott. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Four down. Check. Four down.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Go. Hey,
we got 4. We got 4 down.
Here we go. Wide 8.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Got 4 down. Let's go.
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Here we go.
4 down. Check.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Sanu with a grab over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
2 times.
Kill.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Wrap.
49.
Here we go.
20.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sean Lee in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, 4 down.
Here we go. 20.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's Shane Leckler now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score, and another score by the Texans, so they've added on to their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You can kick that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
2nd down following the run.
Double tight. Hey. Four down.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Go to 54, go to 54. Done.
Switch.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 23 yards on the play. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Fresh set of downs here.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
We got 4.
Wide.
We got 4.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Double tight.
Here we go. Wide.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Elliott running right. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Wide 8.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Liz 5-3. Liz 5.
4 down. 4 down.
Back man. 180.
Here's Coleman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Here we go. Back man. 120.
4 down. Check.
Now Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Coleman. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 120.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Man left. You got 3.
Here we go.
Down.
180.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside. Make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Wentz now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Single. 86
Go.
to man. 86 to man. Watching.
Now Wentz. And he's got Sanu. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Here we go. Pac-Man.
That boy's got 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. And how about the Bears? They're up right now to this point. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign.
Here we go. Pac-Man.
Mike's 50.
Hey, stat. Sunday.
Our time.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Hey. 4 down.
Wentz now on first down. And this one brought in by Sanu. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Two times. 4 down.
Here we go.
Coleman. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Mike, 57.
Sunday.
I'm gonna run you over. I'm gonna run you over.
Porky, 82, Porky.
Under 10.
On second down, here's Wentz. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at FedEx Field. And very little issue in that one for the Redskins, opening their lead a bit further. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Double tight.
4 down, check. 4 down, 4 down.
Right, 80.
On the counter, Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Here we go.
Hey.
Wide 80.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
26.
Elliott. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. They've gone final now in our nation's capital. The Redskins have scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Here we go. More Tokyo! More Tokyo!
This is Coleman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Cowboys, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So that'll do it for us. For my part.